I realized that specifically for Prelude DMV, a lot of the times the winners or the people who place for Prelude DMV
aren't even from the DMV.
From the DMV.
Damn, for real.
Unlimited.
What was your favorite cereal though?
Favorite cereal when I was a kid would probably be Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Mine has Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles was dank.
Bro, you can't play with Fruity Pebs, bro.
Bro, the Fruity Pebble milk.
Oh yeah, we're in there like swimwear, my guy. We in there like swimwear. We in there like swimwear.
Why do people say that?
We in there like swimwear, cause swimwear be in there. You feel me?
There are a lot of things that don't make sense. They just rhyme. That's one of them. Like, what does that even mean? In there like swimwear.
I got a question.
What's up?
Because I literally just asked Jasper this question before I got here.
I'm listening.
The question is, you're who you are. You're who you are, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then somebody goes up to Sandra, right? 27-year-old man, very nice looking, very handsome, successful, nice beard. You know, very clean, very nice, very successful. Like, man's got bands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pulls up to Sandra, right? Gives her, like, a real expensive item. Some expensive. Like, here's a Lambo. Some dumb shit. Would you get mad? And it says, like, I'm feeling you.
When I get mad.
Yeah.
So, essentially, this nice, handsome, rich guy is hitting on Sandra.
Right.
When I get mad.
If she came back home with the Lambo. Like, what would happen? What are the sequence of events that you would feel? All the things that you would feel.
Okay. So, first off. Well, all right, here's another thing. Am I there?
No. You're at home.
Okay.
And I'm talking, this man is everything that you wish you could be.
Okay.
Like, what would even happen?
I would tell her this. I'm not surprised that a guy like that came up to you because, you know, you're very beautiful.
Right.
And that just kind of reassures me. Yeah. Like,
right.
My chick is bad. Now, the Lambo.
But she came back home with it.
Okay. So come back home with a Lambo. Bet. Think about it like this. All because some rich guy gives you a Lambo doesn't mean you now own a Lambo. We're in America. You have taxes. You have insurance. There are a lot of things you're going to have to pay. Considering that it's a Lamborghini, him giving you that Lambo seems like a flex, but it's actually putting you in a hole. So, you just gave me money. I'm going to be like, listen, if you want, keep the Lambo, that's cool. But I'm not going to pay for anything. And she's not going to be able to pay for anything, which means that the Lambo is useless unless it's sold. So if you sell the Lambo, you get money. Now, we use that money. I can tell her how to use that money because, let's be honest, I know how to use money and know money more than Sandra does. And we can maybe 10x the money. And then also, who the fuck is this guy?
I'm just saying. Probably entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur. We can all just be entrepreneurs.
My man just deep.
We can all be entrepreneurs.
He goes choo choo, choo choo, choo choo. Ninja walk.
Listen, all because a man is where they are doesn't mean that a man who is working on themselves can't be where that person is.
Man just basically said, I don't care you have a boyfriend.
And I can say, I don't give a fuck that you got a Lambo. All right, you got a Lambo. Speed limit says you still gotta go 25 miles an hour. What the fuck are you gonna do? Like,
I'd be livid.
a Lambo is cool. A Lambo is only cool when you can actually use it the way a Lambo should be used. Besides that, it's just a loud, small car.
It is pretty loud. I think that's one of the things that annoys me is loud cars.
Yeah.
Like, I really hate loud cars. Like, sorry for all the car lovers out there. Like, cool, right? You can make it all nice and pretty. You can make it go as fast as it can. But you'd think all the features that they could have, they just want something sneaky and quiet.
I'm not hating on Lambos at all. Because if I had the money for a Lambo and I could just get a Lambo, fuck it, I'll get a Lambo. Why not?
Would you get a Lambo, for real?
If I had the money to get a Lambo, why not?
But a Lambo.
Yeah. If I had the money for it, why not?
I don't know, man.
I don't have to keep it forever.
Oh,
but
speaking of that, driving over here, Cybertrucks, dude, ugly as hell. Like, why?
they do kind of look like they're built like Elon Musk.
No, but it's like, obviously, I think this. Whoever bought not a Lambo truck, if anyone that bought a Tesla truck, you're doing it for the flex. I genuinely feel like you're doing it for the flex. What?
What the fuck?
Bad flavor?
What the fuck? What flavor is that? I'm sorry.
Dude, that looks like...
Taste this.
Dude, I swear. I'm so scared. Tastes like something you used to eat as a kid.
Is it like peanuts?
No?
It didn't taste like peanuts.
Isn't it like a chart? Wait. The taste is coming to me now. Still don't taste bad. It's just weird.
It caught me off guard compared to the other ones that I was eating. But anyway, sorry. Hold on. First, how about this? How about let's do an intro and then let's come back to this.
Yo, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another episode of the Why Not Podcast. It's your boy, Karl.
And it's your boy, James.
And we are back for another episode. We are so excited to be filming today. We are so excited to be in each other's presence. Just being able to just sit down and chat and just have a good time, man. That's what a lot of people gotta know about these whole podcast sessions that we do, is just like, you just gotta vibe.
We're just talking.
And you just gotta have a great time. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have friends that you can just sit down and talk with every single time, I feel like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You gotta pick some friends, man. You gotta get some better friends.
You need some good friends. All right, so back to what we were talking about. Were we talking about the Lambo? Owning the Lambo, right?
We were, and I mean, I second your opinion on it. I think it's very like fuck what you drive. And another thing we were talking about is how the Cybertruck.
Oh yeah, the Cybertruck.
Yeah, it's like ugly. It's like the ugliest piece of tin I've ever seen in my life.
I would love to drive a Cybertruck.
I think it'd be an experience to drive it, but to just have it. I feel like people just have it so that they can say they have a Cybertruck.
Yeah. This is how I look at it, okay? I don't want a Cybertruck. I want to drive a Cybertruck because I want to know what the experience is like.
Right.
But if you have a Cybertruck, it's not as luxurious as a Lambo, but it pops in people's vision like it is a Lambo. Whenever you see a Cybertruck, people are like, oh, Cybertruck. Oh, Cybertruck. And if you're the kind of person who likes that attention, get a Cybertruck. Even though it might not be the most luxurious and it's probably cheap and looks ugly, people are going to be like, wow, I saw a Cybertruck today. Just some food for thought if you want attention. But with the Lambo, I like Lambos. I like exotic cars. If I had the money for one, would I get one? Sure, why not? You know, I think that they're expensive. I think that they look cool. But the only reason to get a car like that is purely just the flex. I think I would get it to be like, yeah, I did it. It would be more of like a trophy of like, yes, this is where I am now in life.
Are you a Tesla guy?
No, I don't really care about Teslas.
Really what's like your dream car?
I don't even have a dream car, bro.
Really?
I like Hondas. Hondas are cool. Granted, I have a Honda. There is another Honda that I was actually looking into that I would love to get, and I can pull it up right now because I think I have it saved on my...
Did you see the new Hondas that they're making?
I'm not sure if I have.
It's crazy. They're making a whole new logo too. But I'm a Honda Civic guy.
I want to get an Acura
An Acura?
Yeah, Acura NSX. I think that would probably be the next car that I upgrade from.
Really? Oh, wow.
That's an Acura.
That's an Acura?
That's an Acura.
You know, that commercial actually happened to me. I saw a car, and I think it was a rental for
Okay.
whenever my uncle came, and they drove over to Washington, D.C., but before they left, of course, they said bye to us before the honeymoon. But he pulled up to the driveway, and I was like, that's a Buick? Have you seen those commercials?
I don't think so.
Where like Buick came up with a whole new design, and that you didn't even know that was a Buick?
Did it look good?
That was very nice.
Or did it look ugly?
Huh?
Did it look good?
It did.
Okay.
And I looked at it, I was like, that's a Buick. This is crazy. That's what people do, just like sit down and chat and just like snack.
I mean, I like to.
I don't know why we haven't done this before.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking like, yo, what are there some times that we have episodes where we just eat?
We just have a little mukbang.
A little mukbang.
We were supposed to do that the other episode.
Were we?
When you came over, Jasper's sister brought all these snacks from like different parts around the world. I wanted us to just eat it and give our reviews on it.
We should do that. I think that we should do reviews on things. We should do reactions to things. There are so many things that we can do to get more content rather than just having a discussion.
Right. And that's why I brought up to you that we should have like a reacts page.
Yeah.
Like, why not react?
Well, does it have to be a whole page?
For sure.
Maybe, okay.
Because we have so many things to branch out for. Like, I want to do Why Not Gaming.
I would like to do gaming.
Yeah. We can game.
It's really endless. The whole Why Not brand is truly an endless amount of things that we can do with it.
Guys, we're cooking. Right now, you're in a brainstorming room.
Yeah, man. And you can't be a part of it. Sorry. No input. Ears closed. Closed-minded.
Yeah,
That's not
honestly,
true.
just what I'm trying to say is, you guys are basically going to help us run this whole thing. Like, we want to know, like, what interests you guys? I want to do more. I think we all want to do more. But we're only so limited. Like, we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what you guys are into right now. Like, what you guys want to be heard talk about. And if you want to hear different opinions, we got them.
So how do we do that? How can we get more people to engage with us and talk to us rather than just comments? Like, I feel like we need to maybe utilize threads like more.
I mean, yeah, I'm cooking up a Discord page.
But that's for, I mean, like, I think Discord, it will be beneficial. But do we really have a following enough for people to go on Discord?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We got to start where people are already first, I think, before we move on to a completely different platform.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could start as simple as just putting stuff on, like, our stories.
Yeah. Dude, I'm about to be so done with these Hello Pandas, bro. I'm just been...
Yeah, you've been munching on those Hello Panda strawberry
Dude, I
flavors.
love Hello Pandas. These are like the greatest. Like, it's either Hello Pandas or Yin Yans.
Oh, yeah, those are both really
Had
good.
the Yin Yans?
Yeah.
Like the stick ones?
Mm-hmm.
What's some snacks that you had growing up?
Snacks that I had growing up.
Yeah. Like, what's your go-to snack? These were my go-to snack. Growing up, I always wanted to get a Hello Panda. But obviously not in these like new packages that they're putting them in. I like the boxes.
Well, for those of you guys who knew me growing up, and I think I've mentioned this in the podcast before, I used to have so many Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts? I had all the Pop-Tarts. I had the foreign Pop-Tarts. I had the exotic Pop-Tarts.
The Pokemon Pop-Tarts?
I had everything, bro. I had legit everything. Like, my mom did not skimp on the Pop-Tarts. That is the one thing that I know that she did very well
You ever
in.
put your Pop-Tarts in the toaster?
I put them in the toaster. I put them in the microwave. I had ice cream sundae and cookies and the cookie dough. Put them in the freezer.
My mom got so mad at me one time because I put Pop-Tarts in the microwave and I still left it inside of the foil that it comes in.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid, bro.
I almost blew that shit up. I didn't know.
Well, now you know.
Kid.
That's one way to learn. Experience.
Yeah, never doing that again.
What else? I know that I never was a huge fan of this, but there were some really big like tins of popcorn, but the popcorn is divided into like 3 different flavors. It's like cheddar and caramel and then like something else.
I'm not much of a caramel popcorn.
I know I don't really like the caramel either.
I don't know what's up with people in caramel.
We would always eat the other flavors and then caramel would just kind of be there. Ooh, here's another thing that we used to do. I'm gonna bring back my whole childhood. Listen, so my family, we have 5 kids, okay? Me and my 4 siblings. My parents would buy a lot of food. It's a lot of food. You gotta feed 5 kids. 4 of them are boys, so we eat a lot. And there was this thing that we did where we had so much cereal. And when we couldn't figure out what we wanted to eat, we made something called combo.
You guys just called it combo?
We called combo.
What did you put in it?
Everything.
Every cereal that you
All
had.
the cereal, put it in a bowl, combo.
Mm.
And we would eat that.
And just eat that shit.
Just
What if
eat
it?
that shit.
What if one just produced like chocolate milk and the other one was strawberry milk? Just
Combo. Listen, the flavors always intertwining with each other.
Damn, for real.
Unlimited.
What was your favorite cereal though?
Favorite cereal when I was a kid would probably be Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs, Reese's.
Mine has Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles was dank.
Bro, you can't play with Fruity Pebs, bro.
Bro, the Fruity Pebble milk. Yo, extract that milk, make that joint into ice cream.
Ain't no way.
That
You
joint
did that?
No, but that would be tough. I would love that.
Bro, talking about some Fruity Pebs, bro.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, what other cereals were like dank?
Cookie Crisp, bro.
Cookie
Cookie
Crisp.
Crisp, don't sleep
Bro.
on that bitch.
Cookie Crisp. I miss commercials back then, man.
Don't fucking sleep on the Cookie Crisp, bro.
What is a cereal that you low key hated?
Low key?
Low key hated.
Just had to be the bland old cornflakes.
Okay. Which is normal as a kid. You want
the
sugar.
flavor.
You want that teeth rotting, gingivitis providing.
Yeah. You know what I liked back then?
What's up?
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks were good.
Apple Jacks were tough.
Apple Jacks were good.
But I didn't really like the chocolate Fruity Pebbles, though.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. I like the regular Fruity Pebbles. But when it came to chocolate Fruity Pebbles,
So Cocoa Pebbles.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies. I wasn't really a huge fan of Rice Krispies.
No, dude, top tier that people slept on.
What's up?
The Pops. You know what I'm talking about?
Pops.
The
yellow ones?
Oh,
Those are
dude,
pretty good.
those are fire.
Those are pretty good.
Oh my gosh, dude,
Yeah.
so many sleepers.
Honeycomb? How do you feel about honeycomb? I liked honeycomb.
No, but it was a Honey Nut Cheerio kind of good.
I've always liked
Good for
honey
your
nut
health.
Cheerios.
for
Supposedly. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, they make Honey Nut Cheerios now where it's like the shape of a heart. It's like, mama.
That's stupid.
It was cool.
You know, the one that I was about to say, that's disgusting,
That
bro.
was good, though.
No, it was bad. I always hated the cereal, and people might not agree with me.
What?
Tricks.
Tricks?
Tricks.
Mm,
I never liked Tricks. I thought it was
I
disgusting.
fucked with Tricks. I like Tricks.
Tricks is the one with the rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Hated it.
Do you like Lucky Charms? I love Lucky Charms.
I only ate the marshmallows.
Really?
Yeah, I would legit pour the cereal in the bowl, pour the milk in, and just eat the marshmallows.
Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, I
You're
didn't.
wasting it, bro.
Hey, man.
Let me look this up, bro.
I think that my parents gave me an abundance of food, so much to the point that we just wasted a lot of the food. That's not true. My parents actually hated when we wasted food. There was one point when I was having dinner, and when I was a kid, I think I was probably the pickiest eater as a kid, which is true because I was also the skinniest. My parents had a really hard time with making sure that I was eating. I had to drink those like Ensure nutrition drinks because I just wasn't eating my food. But there was a time where we were all having dinner. Everybody finished their food, but I did not want to eat my food. I ate everything that I wanted to eat, but I think it was either the vegetables. I think it was beans. I fucking hated beans growing up. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you, but you didn't really make those beans right. She kind of just boiled it in water. No seasoning. And so I would legit sit there and I would not eat it. She would yell at me. I'll start crying. I don't want to eat it. I'm not eating it. I'm not touching it. And there was a time where this is when I realized I became big brain. Because when you're pushed into a wall, your mind expands. And then I'm like, whoa, I have an idea. Okay, so my mom is smart. Because this has happened to me before. I threw the food away. She sees that the food's in the trash.
Right.
Whoosh, I get beat.
Get your ass beat.
Okay. obviously that's not going to work. But how is there a way that I can dispose of this food without her being able to track it? Easy. What I did when she wasn't looking, I put everything. I put the whole serving of whatever the fuck she gave me into my mouth, went to the bathroom,
Spit that shit out.
spit that joint into the toilet, flushed that jump down, came back to my seat. She came back and I said, I'm done. She said, go now. Hey, mission accomplished.
You know what
my beans.
You know what I would do?
What's up?
I would show people, like, if I didn't want to show people my plate, that I didn't like my plate. Like, just say if I go to a party or something, right? Of course, we got the paper plates, right? I would always just, like, if I just didn't want to eat the food, I would just, like, eat just a little bit more to make it look like it was clear, or like it was just like the little bitty leftovers, and I'd flip the plate over the trash can, so they wouldn't see that I threw away like a whole plate. Or if I was at home and my mom saw that I threw away food, or like if she didn't think that I ate all my food, I would just throw the food away and then put like a napkin over it. Cause it's not like, dude, they're not down enough to dig in the fucking trash for that shit.
That's OD.
Like,
You're not doing
it's like,
that.
did you eat the food? Like,
rummaging through the trash. You look stupid now. You look stupid rummaging through the trash to make sure that I ate the food. You look dumb. And then when you find no food there, now you look like a bigger idiot. So yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I used to put like a napkin over the food to see. So I had looked up this top tier, like there's like this tier maker website. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that there was a point in time where a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of YouTubers were running out of ideas. So everyone was just making a tier list of everything, literally anything and everything.
So there's one for cereal.
Okay.
So top ones are, let's see, Fruity Pebbles for sure. Reese's Puffs for sure. Apple Jacks, top tier. Captain Crunch. Now, look, Captain Crunch was like a mid for me. There would be days where it would hit, but then if it was like the Captain Crunch with the berries in it, that was always so top tier for me.
Captain Crunch is only, I mean, it's with all the cereal, but the moment it starts to get a little bit soggy.
Right. But I did forget about this one cereal that I'm just like, how the hell did I forget this? Because if it's not Fruity Pebbles as the first one, I would put this as the first one, is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You do not play with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon, you know what? I take back what I said about, no, Reese's Puff was my favorite.
Right.
But my first favorite was Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Had to be.
Shout out Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You remember the, I don't even know if they have these commercials anymore, where like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, basically cannibalism.
Oh
on
yeah,
TV.
yeah.
That's like, that was so like,
That's crazy.
is that
That's
weird?
dark. You were feeding that to children. What are we learning from that? We're
Honey
learning that it's okay to eat people
Fruit Loops.
if they're delicious.
How do you feel about Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops, all right.
You don't think they're like S top tier?
Nah, I think that they're okay.
Apparently they put Cookie Crisp like a grade below, and Pop. I like Pop.
I can see Cookie Crisp and Pop being a little bit below.
Right.
I can see that.
Did you ever have a point in time where in school where you brought like home food?
Yeah, of course, all the time.
But did people think that that was weird?
I'm gonna say no, because I didn't pack like Nigerian food. The weirdest thing that I would pack would be like boiled hot dogs. That's like probably the weirdest thing.
The boiled glizzies, bro.
Yeah, my mom would boil like hot dogs in water, and I'll wake up to the smell of boiling hot dog water.
Imagine your mom like put the hot dog water in your water cup.
Well, my mom. Here's the thing, my mom didn't pack me lunch, like.
Right.
Yeah, like she would sometimes occasionally put boiled hot dogs on the stove. Besides that, she didn't pack me lunch, and she didn't give me lunch money. So I never really had to go through like embarrassing, I bring stuff home. You know, I kind of bring home whatever I can or whatever I can make. A lot of the times I don't really eat at school. So then I would come to school.
You don't eat at school?
A lot of the times I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because I don't have lunch money, and my parents don't pack me lunch.
You don't have like free reduced lunch?
No, my parents don't make. My parents made too much money to have free reduced lunch.
Oh,
because in order to have free reduced lunch, you need to make a certain income, and my parents surpassed that, We weren't broke. My parents just didn't make me food and didn't give me money for food.
They just said you got responsibility out the womb, bro.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I'm not sure if this was because of fear, but we never asked.
You never asked.
We never asked
for
like,
lunch
hey,
money.
like, well, you know what? There were times when I would ask my mom for lunch money, and she would give me like, $2 to like get something.
Right.
But like I never had like a lunch card. I never had a lunch card.
Right.
Ever. But
Right.
I never asked for like her to pack me food.
I think my mom did all the wrong things for me.
What do you mean?
Like, we had free reduced lunch, right? But then it was the fact of she gave me a debit card during high school.
Okay.
And it's like, it was just such a reckless thing because I don't need a debit card.
It's too much freedom.
Too much freedom. And I was buying McDonald's because there was a McDonald's right across my high school.
As
Every morning, I'd have a large sweet tea and either like a sausage burrito or a McGriddle.
Any kid would do that.
But I was under the trend of like other kids in school where like if you brought some type of fucking branded food, like you brought some McDonald's to school, they knew like, damn, that motherfucker's the shit.
You eat some hot shit, huh?
Oh, you so hot shit, bro.
Oh, you eating a griddle?
Or like if one of those like freaking stereotypic white girls bring Starbucks to school, they're like, oh shit, she got Starbucks money.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I think it was when I was a senior.
Right.
I think it was when I was a senior. My boy Ty would. Not Ty. My boy Ty's older brother, Fee. He would pick us up and take us to school, and sometimes we would go to Starbucks. And that was the first time where I would actually like go to get coffee before school. Listen, there's something about going getting a frappe, pulling up to
that
school
frappe be hitting
with a little Starbucks logo on your cup, just walking around the hallway like.
You about that shit. I swear you used to flex. There was something about it. I don't know what it was.
You're cool.
It made no sense though. It was just a fucking drink.
And because it's because everyone else were going into the cafeteria drinking chocolate milk.
Right.
And if you weren't, listen, and if you weren't drinking chocolate milk and you were drinking normal milk, you're fucking weird.
Fuck you and your true move.
You're weird, bro. Look at this. Hey, look at this guy drinking milk over here. He got no chalky in there, bro.
No chalky in that.
No chalky milk. Having ass.
Bro, if you weren't drinking chocolate milk, you had to be weird.
Bro.
There was strawberry milk too. I drank that. But
we
anything but regular, like everything, and you drink regular milk, you have all these options.
And that milk tastes like water, bro. It was just like.
You know where I felt top tier though?
What's up?
Is whenever I was in high school and they would have like the regular like food line, but then there was the a la carte. There was the a la carte lane in the middle of the school, and you can get like some Pizza Hut. You know what I found out? Fucking Jasper's school served them Chick-fil-A.
That's bougie.
Talking about some, and then there was some things that I didn't know that they had, right? Do you know about the after school bus?
Yeah.
There's an after school bus?
Yeah. If you have extracurricular activities after school, there's an after school bus that takes
There's no way. Dude, there's literally no fucking way. I never had that in high school. I don't know what type of high school I went to, or maybe I just didn't know because my parents picked me up.
Maybe you never went to high school. Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, but
That's
it's like,
weird.
what the fuck, an after school bus that takes you home after? So that means do they stop by your house or?
Well, yeah, so it's like a normal school bus. The school
Right.
buses have specific bus stops, and that's just where it would take you.
She just looked at me weird. She was like, you never had that? I'm like, no.
Did you ever have extracurricular activities after
I
school?
did. I played in the soccer team.
And, okay.
And I was a band.
And you guys didn't have buses.
No, dude, we had parents pick us up. That's what
Damn.
I'm saying. Like, did I miss out on or was it like a Florida thing?
No, you missed out.
Like, it must be something over here in Virginia because in Florida, like, shit, you had your parents pick you up or you fucking walked home, boy.
Did you have a good high school growing up?
I would say it was a pretty good high school. I
Yeah.
mean, Booker T, Washington, I mean, it's like, yeah, it was pretty. But, we never had that stuff on Guam either. You know what I mean? I graduated from Guam and we never had, I had dance after school,
Okay.
but then I'd have to freaking wait at the Kmart that's, across from my high school. Also, fun fact, Guam is the only place with the last Kmart left standing.
Really?
Yeah, nowhere in the world is there another Kmart.
Interesting.
but Guam.
I wonder why in Guam.
Dude, it's so big. Like, there's no other, like, Kmart is everyone's fucking thing on Guam. Like, you get all your groceries from Kmart. Either Kmart or like a Payless, but like Kmart is the store. And Kmart has been kept alive on Guam. I don't know how. I don't know how they don't have like a Walmart yet, but they just don't. Their Kmart is like our freaking Walmart or Target.
Well, congratulations, owner of Kmart. You're not out of the race yet.
You still own something.
Yeah.
Down in buttfuck nowhere of Guam. But
Dang.
yeah, no, I didn't know about the after school bus thing. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that I feel like I didn't experience in high school, and it was something different, like up here in Virginia or like Nova. And I think it's like so weird.
Listen, I know that we're bouncing around topics, but I love this, and I want us to continue doing this. Okay, so I wanted to ask you a question. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just hit
Whatever. You got me.
Okay. So, since we're talking about high school and stuff, did you have any cool clubs in high school? Like a club that you were like, yo, this is a cool club. If you're in this club, like you're pretty cool.
I used to be in a club.
Okay.
I used to be in a club, and it was because my shout out Mrs. I don't think your name is even Mrs. Wilson anymore because she got married. But Miss Wilson, right? So she used to be a language arts, or not a language arts teacher. I think she was a language arts teacher. But then she took a promotion to become the school's librarian. So she wanted to start this club.
I think I remember you talking about this.
Yeah.
Didn't she like deck up the whole library and change
Decked
it up?
out the freaking whole library. Like, she became like one of the freaking best librarians in Pensacola. I don't even know how you do that, but you are. And I was just part of this club, and I was one of the first founding members of this club. And now it's like, I don't know what the club is called now, but it's just like this big thing at the school. And it's just like, damn, bro, it's kind of cool how like you came from this to that. And then of course how I was part of freaking, sports and stuff like that. And then band. I think band was pretty fun. That was like one of the coolest things that I feel like I could have done in high school, other than all the different sports that I played. But I don't know. I don't really know like a cool club that I could be a part in. But were you part of a cool club?
So when it comes to clubs, I'm not sure if it was considered a club. Like you didn't have to sign up for it. Anyone could just go. But we had a video game club. And pretty much the video game club, it was every day after school. I'm not sure it was every day after school.
Who was on it?
But pretty much we would have TVs and stuff. I think it was in the cafeteria. And people were just like playing Smash and just like playing a whole bunch of video games. So like there'll be like a huge line of people just like catching hands and Smash. Like, bro, every time I stay after school to do work for a teacher or something, first place I go
was
to.
there? Okay, let me ask you this. Right, because there was one. Is there one person in school that you know that just gave you like the fucking? You just wanted to like bash their head in.
Bash their.
Swear, like there's always that one dude in school that is the most annoying. Like you just hated him.
I'm sorry,
You just unplugged your headphones.
I'm a bad boy, bro.
But yeah, was there?
Hello, test. I'm here. Am I here?
Of course you are. Can you hear yourself?
I can hear myself. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Was there either a single person or like a group of people that you could not stand in school?
People at the video game club. And let me explain why. I mean, like, it was cool that there was a club, but there were people just like, some people were just hogging games. Like, man, you lost. This is the 4-3 match. You lost, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really think that there was a very fair distribution of playing games during the club.
Right.
Besides that, I don't really want to say that there was a really annoying people or person or club specifically. Yeah, I never had issues with people in school. I had no drama. I had no issues with anybody. So I can't say for sure.
I was horrible. I was one horrible kid in high school, I'll tell you that.
You did stab a kid.
But that was in elementary school, though. See, that was toned down. We didn't know what we were doing as kids. But I feel like we knew a good understanding of what happened in high school, and I messed up high school a lot. Because I just, oh, man, all the crazy freaking stories that could have, like, happened. all the good things that could have happened out of high school, that could have happened for me, just did not work out. Also, can we talk about how have we talked about the sophomore year of high school?
What about it?
Like, it's the most awkward part of school.
Go on.
Okay, freshmen.
Okay.
You're the new kids. You're fresh meat.
Yeah.
Right. You got the juniors. Juniors are like, yeah, we're about to graduate.
Okay.
We're lit. Seniors are like, we're fucking graduating this year. We got to get out. What the fuck's a sophomore?
I think sophomore is a cool year to be in, though. Cause
You think so? 10th grade?
Yeah, because when you're a freshman, you're new. Everything's new. You're fresh meat. You don't know anything about high school. When you're a sophomore, it's like, okay, now that I'm integrated into this, like, let's see where high school goes. Like, I think freshman year is you trying to figure out high school.
Right.
But sophomore year is like, now you're in it. Now you understand it. Now it's like where you go from sophomore year. I think that sets up a good path for both junior and
right. What was your
year.
best year in high school?
Senior year for sure.
Senior year was lit.
Absolutely. Freshman year, I was
I was a dork.
there was this girl.
It's always a girl, ain't it?
And in sophomore year, I got the girl.
Was it the Vietnamese chick?
Duh.
Duh.
But then a lot of things happened during that year, and then I lost the girl.
Damn.
And then junior year, I don't even remember.
Did you think you were cool in high school?
I wasn't cool. No, I wasn't cool. I wasn't cool. I wasn't popular. I was known. People knew who I was. Like, I wasn't like a random like guy in the corner.
Right.
Like, people know. Oh, Ekamezi. You know,
Right.
like a lot of people wouldn't call me James. They call me Ekamezi.
Oh, because you're siblings.
I think my siblings definitely helped create a path, but eventually I created my own path because with my siblings, Gabriel and Michael, they both did football. No. Did Gabe do football? I don't even remember if Gabe did football.
Damn,
but Gabriel was very smart, very popular. People loved Gabe, bro. I don't know what it was about Gabe, but Gabe just had fucking wrist. Everyone fucking loved that guy. My sister was a genius, straight A student, like all the time. Everyone loved her. Michael was a football dude. Everyone loved him. He did crazy football, varsity, first string, of course. Me, I joined the step team because my older brother and my older sister, they both did the step team. So people knew me there. I did football because Gabriel and Michael did football.
You played defense, right?
I was a cornerback. Yeah, I played defense. I did track. I think Michael did track too, but like my siblings did track. So I was known in the step team. I was known in track. I was known in the football team. I wasn't good at football though. I was ass. I was like complete dog horse shit, to be honest. But then that's when I got more interested in like dancing, and then that's when I started breaking. And so that's when people started to know me more as like, oh, James, like that really dope dancer guy.
You're the breaker. That's when people know who you were. Okay.
So like, for example, we would have pep rallies, and for pep rallies, we would always all of the I was gonna say teams, all the grades were like competing because we would do something called lip syncing, and we'll have like a lip sync competition.
Yeah, I remember those. Oh my gosh.
And it was always like the SGA team or whatever. Right. It was always like the leaders of like the grades.
Right.
I was never in SGA, but they were always like hitting me up like, yo, James, like, you doing it this year? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And yeah, so I was known for that. I wasn't popular, but people knew who I was. I wasn't really cool, but people knew who I was.
I think I put it out in like a few episodes, like one of our first episodes where I was like, you were like a nobody somebody.
I was a nobody somebody.
That's how I described myself, because back in high school, I used to show out at pep rallies, bro. Because like,
show out with his abs and shit, just fucking walking.
Not even, like, bro, not even the abs.
Like
just
that
the
one guy
part.
with
just the dancing part. I just loved being part of a dance team in high school. That's how people knew me, was from the dance team and also dancing outside. But other than that, it's like, oh yeah, he's that one dancer kid. But then some of the teachers knew me because all my uncle, my aunt, and my mom all graduated from the same high school, which is the high school that I went to. I didn't think I was ever going to go to that high school because I was still in Florida. But then when I finally went to that high school, John F. Kennedy High School, shout out. But when I went to John F. Kennedy High School and going there knowing that there's teachers that were classmates of my parents. And they're like, "What's your last name?" Servino. Like, "Oh my gosh, you're," and they were just like, "Dude, I didn't think the Servinos would turn out with a freaking what is it, a dancer kid."
A problem child.
No, seriously. But the thing is that I think my mom and my aunt kept themselves like super. Well, I don't know about my aunt. I think my aunt was like all crazy in high school, and then there was my mom who was like more quieter. But like my uncle was just like the cool kid. Like, I have so many godfathers and godmothers because of him. And it's just like he just knew everybody at school. He was like a cool guy. And then there was me. Like, I came out being the dancer, and at pep rallies, bro, we would just show out. Like, I know how to dance. And then when they see our dancing, all they're like, "Oh my gosh, like they dance so good," and stuff like that. And bro, I'm telling you, being a part of a dance team in high school is lit. Because when people know that you dance, it's like a different thing. I don't know why.
Man, I never had that opportunity to be a part of a dance team. We didn't really have dance. We didn't have dance in my school. Like,
Right.
me and my friends, we created a dance crew called Insanity. Shout out Ty, Terrell, and Vincent.
Insanity.
But we didn't really have
Insane in
an
the
actual
membrane.
dance crew like that. And also, we weren't even good at dancing. Like, we weren't that good. We were just better than other dancers. So, like, by default, we were good. But in actuality, we were bad.
Why my ADHD brain is like kicking in right now.
How
And
so?
I'm thinking about dancing, right?
Okay.
You know how the era was back then with dancing. So you say that you look, right? If I were to watch a video back then of you dancing, you'd probably think at that moment you were like, eh. But that was probably the dopest shit that you probably ever could have thought of. You
Back
probably
then?
think that you were nice.
Well, when you say back then, are you talking about like...
I'm talking about like back then in like high school or like what? Okay.
Okay.
Can you see someone doing the type of choreo that they did back then? Like fucking, what is it? Think about like the vintage Brian Post, Ian Eastwood choreography, right? And the way that they used to stage sets back then. And like the way they used to dance back then compared to what we're dancing to now.
Very different.
What would you find your preference in? Would you find the preference in like all the weird like stuff that we used to do back then and all the shapes and all that? Or are you more of like the, you know, the guy who's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what type of dance that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think your preference would have been like going towards more? Or like what goes more into your style now?
I would prefer the older style.
Yeah.
First off, I'm not really like groovy like that. Something that I really appreciated with the choreographers back then, which I'm not saying that choreographers do this or don't do this today, but I feel like back then it was a lot more storytelling, and I think that moves were a lot more
Thought about?
I'm not sure. They were a lot more unique. I think the movement was very unique.
Right.
Nowadays, I see a lot of moves that it's almost kind of like rinse and repeat. And like I see a lot of the same moves
Right.
over and over again.
I get what you're trying
Whereas
to say.
if you go and you watch a dance performance by Ian Eastwood, everything is like, what the hell? Oh, snap. The card is full.
Oh,
That's new. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
well, yeah, no. The only reason why I say that is because back then dancing was just such a unique concept of like what type of different shapes and angles and like concepts that I can think of now. And the reason why I asked that was from James is because like when you go on TikTok or where you go on any type of class, it's always some big movement like skitty beat pop pa, doom doom, and that's basically all you're seeing. You know what I mean? It's like you've seen all these same grooves before, but back then, when you used to watch choreographies, it was like a tick, 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 and there was like a freaking move for every single word in the song. And now you're coming to the point to where it's like all this choreography is changing now. So whenever I look at videos from me dancing back then compared to like all the dance crazes that we do now, it's like the craziest thing because I think the way that we dance now is just so different. But like, what do y'all prefer? Because, you know, a lot of people like to go out with the old, in with the new.
It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad either. But I don't know where the originality is anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not as original. And I think that's just because dance has grown exponentially in the past couple of years, thankfully due to TikTok and social media. But again, if you go and you watch performances by like Ian Eastwood, very, very unique movement. And I'll even say this. Hear me out. Hot topic. I don't know how you're going to feel about this.
Who, me or them?
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this.
No, say it. We're here.
Okay.
We're dancers. We have a right.
one of my favorite choreographers is Brian Puspos, for sure.
For sure.
I think he definitely got me into dancing. His style is very unique. But again, I love this guy. I feel like his style, of course, is his style, but I feel like I've seen, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like I've seen so much of his style that it's not really giving much anymore. You know, I think that there are a lot of things that he does with his dancing that I love, but it's just not like, I think it's been a while since I've seen a Brian Puspos video to where I'm like, yo, that was like, right. You know what I mean? I still think it's great and he's very talented, but I'm not seeing anything that's like different.
Right.
You know, I can explain his style, but I'm not going to because people are going to come after me. But of course, there's a lot of like, he likes touching his knees a lot.
Right. He likes to jump around, you know, do different shit,
which is cool. That's his style. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think that I would love to see more. You know, and instead of just saying, "Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that," I love the dude. I love his style. I would love to see more from him because I feel like he's not done expanding his style as a dancer. Never. And I just know that there's more to him that I would definitely love to see.
I think with him, it's more just like a musicality thing.
His musicality is amazing.
Like that's the thing too. It's like
him.
He could be doing like the same set of moves, and like some of them are either the same set or just like that's just his groove. That's just his thing. You know what I mean? And when I look at musicality wise, when I'm watching Brian Puspos, of course I'm watching all of his crazy movements, but what I'm really looking at is like his musicality. Like the fact that he's able to hit this note right there, but then also not forget about the next note that's coming. But the way that he flows into that. And then it's not even the next note. It could be like, dude, I think making choreo is such like a map. Like, dude, it's like how you can already be ahead like 5 moves to get to this certain note, but the way that you flowed your body was for you anticipating to hit this, but you didn't even like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how did you plan that? Like, how do you plan these kind of things?
Listen, he's definitely a master of choreography. There are so many people like that, and all respect to it, man.
You know who I'm never going to get tired of watching, though?
Don't tell me.
If you get this right.
I know it. Hold on. Shut the fuck up.
He always brings a wow factor. Always something new.
Shut up. I know his name. Tim.
He always surprises me, bro. Melvin Tim is so stupid. I loved Melvin so much that I made a freaking team back home just to like match what he's doing with S rank. In his honor. Our team name was Statement, STMT. Like that's what I called us. And it was like, if you watch if you go and watch the first choreo that I performed with the team, you can tell that we were very like Melvin Tim based. And it's like so obvious. But I love him so much because the concept and the stories and like the stops that he does in his choreos will never get old to me. I don't know what it is. Something about him. I'm just never tired of watching Melvin Tim's choreo.
There's so many crazy dancers and choreographers. You really don't get tired of watching them, bro.
No.
Honestly.
What's your favorite team to watch?
Test. Oh, sorry. I thought my audio was really low.
No, like what's your favorite team to watch?
I haven't really watched dance teams in a while, honestly. It's been a while. So I can't say for sure. I used to really like the company. I used to really love GRV. Quest Crew has always been like my first love. Shout out Quest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a specific. I love S rank.
I feel like for me, it's always going to be GRV.
GRV, they're tough, especially the kids.
Yeah,
crazy,
and there's
man.
always going to be a slept-on team that I don't know if a lot of people know what this team is, but like Team Millennia. Team Millennia is like top tier. Like the way that they just stage their sets That's what I love too. Is like you can only go so much with like choreography wise, but then when it comes to like putting these moves on a set, on a stage, and like telling a story on stage is like just a different feeling. I don't know what it is. If you can utilize the stage well, I feel like you've won.
You know what? Now that we're getting into dance, we're jumping crazy, man. We're like making strides on completely different topics. We didn't plan on talking about any of this.
No, dude.
I had something planned. We didn't even get to it, bro. I guess all right, and it's cool. You can save it for later. But something that I do want to talk about regarding dance is more locally, and for those of you guys who are local to the dance community, which is the DMV area, we have a great community of dancers and teachers, leaders. Now, something that I do want to talk about is Prelude. Prelude is an amazing competition, happens annually, happens in many different locations. But I realized that specifically for Prelude DMV, a lot of the times the winners or the people who place for Prelude DMV
aren't from the DMV.
From the DMV. And I don't remember who placed this year. I'm gonna say it. I don't remember who placed this year.
I think it was some Jersey team,
but
dude.
They weren't from here.
I think they were from Jersey.
And it was a little strange to me because I always thought that the point of having these competitions like Prelude California, Prelude New York, Prelude East Coast, Prelude West Coast, Prelude DMV is supposed to be a competition between the teams and the dancers in that specific area. That is your prelude. Okay. So why do we have people from the West Coast coming over to Prelude East Coast? And why do we have Jersey coming over to Prelude DMV? And what's crazy though is that I think that the people who placed for Prelude for Prelude DMV were also at Prelude East Coast. Granted, that's fine because if you're in the East Coast, you're in the East Coast. But hypothetically, if you're a really tough team and you know that you guys just got it like that, and you guys can just, I feel like you could just go to different Preludes, compete, and just keep winning.
Did they have like a Prelude USA?
I don't know they have a Prelude USA. That would be really cool. Prelude, do you guys have a Prelude USA?
I would like to know.
Yeah, if you guys should do that. That would actually be very tough. I don't know how that would work, but if Prelude can make a Prelude USA, that would be tough.
Yeah, but I did notice that though. There was like some Jersey step team that won Prelude DMV, and I'm just like, how did you win that?
I don't want to say they were a step team. I don't think they were a step team.
Or like something. I don't know. But they weren't DMV. That was the one thing that tripped me out. I was just like...
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the most important thing is that they weren't from the DMV. And a lot of people from the DMV, they're not very happy about that. And Prelude, I'm not sure if you guys know that. Maybe it's something to look into. Instead of accepting just very exceptional teams and dancers, I think that maybe we should look into more... Like, where are these dancers even coming from? Do you truly qualify for this Prelude? Because if you're from the West Coast and you're going to Prelude East Coast, I think it kind of just defeats the purpose of calling it Prelude East Coast.
So I have a question for you, right? So going in your many years of dance, in many years of performing and going into like, you know, coalescence, preludes, momentums, whatever dance event, and you've been to so many already. You've been through years of them. What do you think after having that experience? And I feel like nobody can say anything because like James has been to a lot of freaking preludes and freaking coalescence and shit like that. Like, what's something that dance event coordinators need to do better at? Like, what are things that you've noticed throughout the years that are just like, we could probably do better in this and that?
You know, that's a great question. And I'm going to say this. It is the music during the performance. Something that I've noticed is that a lot of the times when you're performing on stage, the music is very quiet, and it's hard to perform and really feel the performance and the music when you can hear yourself breathing, you can hear other people breathing, you're not really in the music. So when the music is too quiet, that's a big issue for the performers because in a way it will low-key kind of affect their performance.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's just because the speakers are pointing more towards the audience, but that's definitely an issue. Besides just that, this is probably the most embarrassing thing that I've seen, and I'm sorry I have to say it, the most embarrassing thing that I saw was during Prelude East Coast. I don't remember the team, and I'm James, you're gonna have to do research and figure this out. But here, I believe that they were not competing. They were just doing exhibition. And they were amazing. It was an all males team, I believe.
Yeah.
They were doing amazing. And tell me why, maybe like 1/4 into their performance, music cuts off.
Sheesh.
The music cuts off in the middle of their performance.
Luckily
in
enough,
the middle.
Luckily enough, it was just an exhibition, though. Yeah.
Well, lucky enough, yes. But it's so unfortunate because imagine working so hard for months for this performance,
right?
Just for the music to get cut off,
off,
and it stayed off.
Right, and you practice months, bro.
That's it.
You practice months for like a 5 to 7 minute. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But this is another thing that I'm gonna say for you guys. I'm sorry I don't remember your names, but I remember I spoke with you guys after the performance because I had to. My spirit was like, bro, you gotta talk to them. That was the most professional performance I have ever seen in my life.
Wow.
In my fucking life. And the reason why, yes, it's because even though the music cut off, they kept going. Nobody stopped. Nobody broke character. And you know what? They were clean. They were clean as if the music was going on. It was honestly, it was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. They were so clean. The performance looked flawless and low-key perfect to me.
Oh my gosh. Can I just point?
Whoa,
no,
hold
you
on.
go ahead. No, you go ahead. I'll mention.
And like, it was such an incredible performance. And you know what? The community showed out. Even though there was no music, everybody was screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Everyone was clapping. For the remainder of the performance, even though that there was no music, there was applause throughout the entire performance. From the moment the music cut off to the end, it was just, there was so much love, there was so much respect, and fortunately, after they performed, they were able to do the performance again. But it was maybe like a couple of performances after they performed, because I'm sure that they're going to be gassed, you know?
Right.
But man, I didn't see the second time that they did it because I had to go. Yeah. But bro, that was honestly, that was so impressive. So thank you guys so much for the experience. In all my years of going to Prelude, Coalescence, any performances in this community, I've never seen anything like that. You guys are truly amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I love it whenever inconveniences in dance happen like that, where like music cuts off or like something happens to the power or something, or like even if someone were to just forget a choreo and then they get back up, right? Like you'll get support from like the dance team. Because they know brain farts and little things like this always happen all the time. But they're like, yeah, keep going.
And that's the beautiful thing with the dance community, you know?
Right. And also, the thing that I wanted to mention was that Sandra just recently posted a dance video.
Yeah.
Something about that video just looked right. And you know what I think it is? I think it's people who have danced like Sandra for the longest time, to where they actually make her movements make sense.
They look really good doing it.
What I'm saying is, we've done multiple of Sandra's choreo. Like, we've danced her choreo. But we don't dance it like them. They
dance different.
Sandra and those dudes, boys and girls, they just looked like they were in their element. It all looked unison. It all looked perfect. And I was like, Yep, she belongs there.
I mean, listen, think about it like this, though. I mean, the West Coast, there's a West Coast style. There's an East Coast
Right.
style. Even within the DMV, there's like a DMV style.
Right.
You know?
But
and
it's
so
just rare.
for that theater that she was in, I feel like maybe because her and Sandra are the main like choreographers of that theater, that's like their style. So yeah, she's definitely in her element.
Right.
But man, it was a really good performance.
But I just love when people get like you can teach someone moves, right?
Mhm.
Like I can do your choreo like because all based on movements that you showed. But if you're not giving the same energy that the choreographer is giving, like I don't know, it's something like when I teach, right? Like obviously when I teach a piece, it looks different on me, obviously, rather than it being on a different person. Because I just have my certain style of like when I stop. I can tell you when to stop, but the way that you do it is going to probably be completely different. But it's just something about watching that video was like, these are people that just understand your movement. And it wasn't just one person. It was literally all of them. And I just love when performers and choreographers and dancers just have that relationship. Because it's such a pure bond of like, yes, especially it's exciting as a choreographer, you know, when someone gets your movement, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like you are my child. It's like you have obtained my respect because you actually move like me. But yeah, no, I just wanted to ask you that question because it's like, you know, you've been through so many different like dance events and I've also been to like my part of them and also doing it back home like during concerts and stuff like that. But it's just nobody really talks about like what are things that we can probably just do better within the events? What are things that like maybe more interaction with the other dancers or like the way that, you know, things are judged or like whatever.
Being on time.
Yeah.
Timing. That's a big thing.
Well, on timing though, it's like, what do you think we really base it off of? Is it just like, do you think the team that's hosting is like not ready or like it's because of the other dancers that are not ready?
I think it's the host. They need to be more strict on timing and they need to over communicate. I think over communicating and being strict on timing really helps out the dancers.
Like we can't baby this shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got a show to put on.
Something else that I want to add, it has nothing to do with the dance community, but just artists in general. It goes back to the whole music thing. I think as a artist, I'm really tired of seeing. It's always the music. The music doesn't work. The music is too low. It's always the music. And a perfect example of this is during the transition of power for Trump and Biden, when I forgot the artist's name, but she was supposed to sing a song, and the music didn't work. Now, can you imagine? Like everything else looked like it worked perfectly fine, but the moment when a singer had to sing her song, the music didn't work. National TV, everybody's watching, millions of eyes are on you, internationally and nationally.
It's not even your fault.
And your music doesn't work. So she ended up, and she said herself, she was like, if you know the lyrics, sing along. And then she started singing without the music, which is a boss thing to do. That's what professionals do. But like, yo, even then, like, why can't we just get music right? Like, why can't we get the most important thing for artists correct? Why is there always some sort of fucky-wucky technical difficulty that happens?
Well, do you think that's more of a, you know, it's more of a, like a person thing or like the technological thing?
I have no idea, honestly. I really don't know because I've seen this happen so many times on TV. I've seen it happen so many times in person. I've experienced it myself. It's like the worst thing that you can do, man.
Right. I just forgot when that happened. I think it happened to us recently.
For Crucial?
I don't know if it was for Crucial or for everything worked fine in Bread, didn't it?
Oh, no, yeah, we didn't have any issues with Bread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think one of the coolest things that we've ever done within like performing wise, and I know you've probably done this before, but like Momentum at VTech was lit because how you can like utilize the screen behind you. And I think the way that Crucial used it that year was pretty cool. Like whenever we did that whole Masego set, but we made it into a storyline. I think that was probably one of the coolest concepts that I feel like I've ever been a part of because it was just, I wasn't able to just think about the music. I had to think about what to put on the screen and like how to time it well for it to be like the whole storyline. Like when it goes into black, it's like a movie. And then next thing you know, when we're dancing, there's like a moving background. And it's like one of the coolest, like, I don't know. It's so cool. I feel like you can just get so creative as a dancer and just like choreographer. But obviously, there's still a lot of growing. I feel like we're just getting into like this new transition of dance, especially like after all the years we've been kind of sticking to one thing. People just want to try new things. And yeah, I'm really excited for the future of it. Dude, we have been yapping.
We've been yapping for an hour and 3 minutes, and we have not gone over one single topic that we were actually going to talk about.
And this is a podcast.
Well, this is a podcast with your friend.
Yeah.
So, like I think like you were mentioning earlier, it's legit. We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just vibing. Like we were snacking at the beginning of this.
We were snacking. We got mics. We got a little cat over here.
Little catty.
He's not doing very good.
My boy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, good chats.
There are a lot of things that I wanted to say in this episode that I forgot because we were jumping to so many different topics, which I think is a beautiful thing. But like, man, there was one thing that I wanted to say that I was really like, man, I can't wait to say this.
We'll say it next episode.
I mean, if it comes back. If it doesn't, then it's
wait, did
forever.
you forget?
No, I forgot.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sure that when I'm editing this, I'm gonna remember, and I'm gonna be pissed.
And then you're gonna be like, "Yo, this is what I wanted to mention during the podcast."
Yo, legit, if it comes back to me, I will make my own fucking segment, and I will just spend a good 30 seconds to talk about it, and then I'll get back.
I'm weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we have been yapping about it for like an hour. I mean, like, do you want to keep going?
Nah, we got to keep these shorter, man.
He's like, I got to edit these bitches.
Listen, the last episode that I edited, which is the first episode that dropped, it probably took me like 5-6 hours to edit.
Had to get back into the grind.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll mention it next episode if you remember it.
Yeah, I'm debating whether or not I should like chill out with like edits and stuff, because I do like to edit, like make the funny edits and stuff. But maybe I should just keep it simple. I don't really know.
Nice and simple. But then the funny things keep us funny.
Yeah.
It's fun. Do whatever you want. You're the editor.
Listen, if you guys are interested in editing podcasts, submit below. I can't tell you that it's going to be paid. But you never know. Maybe it will in the future.
But yeah, you do the outro.
I will do the outro. Ready, bro?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Why Not podcast. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment. Check us out on the Spotify.
Check us out on the Spotify.
And the YouTube. And the TikTok. Yeah, definitely check us out on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. We have Spotify, guys. Please, like, use it, please. You know, we love you guys. We're gonna see you guys in the next episode, and I hope that you guys are having a lovely day. Make sure that you guys are drinking water, brushing your teeth, and go tell someone today that you love them.
Aww.
Yeah. All right, you ready to hear out?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ready, and 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, you know.
I don't know how you do that.
Defying gravity. You guys gotta watch Wicked.
What is that, Wicked?
Yeah,
No,
but of course you don't know because you haven't watched it.
No.
Dork.
Whatever.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.